This place is...
This is Anshine, land of sand and time. These giant windmills harness power to...
Stop right there!
Uh-huh?
The Skyhold is reportedly headed to attack Ansheim as we speak. The Prime Minister has given me strict orders not to allow any suspicious personages through the gates.
Do we look suspicious? Just tell the Prime Minister that Tiz seeks an audience.
Yeah, and idiot too.
What sort of fool do you take me for?
Huh?
You'll have to do better than that, you dirty Imperial spies. Why, if I had a pig for every Tiz and idiot who came here since just this morning, I'd be a rich man. There was even this guy who said he knew the Jackal. He had a weird sundial or something on his head. I sent him away, of course, just like I'm sending you. Now scram!
There's no getting past this guy. Let's come back another time.
Why, you? Oh, we'll be back, and you'll be sorry.
If I had a beak for every time I heard those exact words.
Let's just go, Idia.
You entrance to the Altar of Wind.
I'm Eugen Eolja, of the Crystal Guard.
I am afraid I have strict orders to allow none save Pope Agnes herself to pass. I'm Idia Lee, Agnes's best friend. Doesn't that count for something? I'm afraid not. Please be on your way. Okay, this is Tiz, Agnes's boyfriend.
That's enough, I think. Let's be on our way.
Yes, rules are rules after all.
We're leaving, Idia.
They just keep coming! Go on! After her!
Sir!
What's he up to?
The Jackal, scourge of the desert, and holder of the Thief Asterisk. He and his band of rogues once took orders from Eternia, but went into hiding after falling to Idia and her friends. His abrasive attitude can frighten those who do not know him. But there is something more to this diamond in the rough. By what strange trick of fate do your paths cross anew?
Not that way, you old bat!
Hey, that's enough! What do you think you're doing?
I said watch out for the quicksand! Hey, you got something to say, you shrew? Wait, I know you! From before! Look, if you can't tell, I'm freaking busy here! Don't just stand there looking stupid! Lend a hand already!
A hand? Okay.
It's finally quieting down.
About time. I need a break. This is way harder than thieving.
You know, I thought you were at it again. Bullying innocent folk in the desert, I mean. But you're actually helping them. And making sure they reach the oasis safely. There are so many people looking for water. I suppose that means the situation hasn't improved, huh?
It was better for a while. Water was cheap, and the little people didn't have to grovel or steal just to quench their thirst. But now, the underground river channels are running dry. We lost 3 oases to the sands just since the beginning of the year. Could it be something happened to the gem?
The gem?
Yeah, the Wellspring gem. If you're from the desert, you know about it. Ask anyone, even the kids. They'll tell you it's the source of all the water out here. Of course, that's probably just a fairy tale, right? Hey, stop shoving and wait your turn!
Sorry, sir. Won't happen again.
Wow, you're really in charge here.
Yeah, well, just call me head of desert security. A no-good ruffian like myself.
Moving up in the world, huh?
Someone rounded up all the street urchins and gave me and my crew some honest work to do. Hey! How many times do I have to tell you, stay out of the quicksand, you stupid brat?
Sorry, boss. Alavas, what a lovely story.
The Wellspring Gem. I remember learning about it in one of my folklore classes.
I bet there'll be tomes and other records about it back in El Campus.
I'll look into it the next time we're there.
Oh, for cripe's sake, stop bawling and pull yourself together!
So there we have it. The oases are drying up, water is running low, and the reason may lie with this Wellspring Gem. Hey, you! What do you think you're doing? I didn't expect to find you here. Is nowhere safe from your menace?
Now.
Fiore de Rosa, incorrigible lady killer and holder of the Red Mage Asterisk. Former leader of the Bloodrose Legion, his crimes against woman, nation, and good taste were laid bare by Idia and her friends. Known as Old Dread, this lascivious lech sees his romantic conquests as little more than objects to be manipulated for his own gain. By what strange trick of fate do your paths cross anew?
Hey, you show some respect, you hear? That's Mr. DeRosa.
Huh? Mr. DeRosa?
Let us find somewhere to dine, shall we? And please, don't look so scary. I won't run. It's the truth, I assure you. I was borrowing the Academy's libraries and archives, and the next thing I know, I'm part of the faculty.
As an adjunct professor, you're not even an alumnus.
Well, it's not as if I'm some ignorant buffoon. I've already assisted a number of my colleagues.
I don't believe a word of it. One more out Campa Noodles! Make it a large!
Oh, Idia, you're getting soup everywhere.
In any case, they were most impressed by my new thesis on somnial energy.
C'est bon. So creamy and rich. Cook, seconds for me too. If that's all right.
But of course, food is cheap here in the students' quarter. Dine to your heart's content. Couldn't they go easy on the red pepper? So, what's somnial energy?
Why, none other than the ultimate energy source. We've been trying to crack its secrets for quite some time. It doesn't pollute the air like fossil fuels, and unlike crystals, there's no danger of it running out of control.
In theory, at least.
Once refined, it emits a fixed quantity of energy. It's easy to control, and mass production is a cinch.
Again, in theory. During refining, the energy is highly unstable. The slightest error could trigger a reaction powerful enough to destroy an entire city. No explanation of somnial energy is complete without mentioning that particular point.
In theory.
So, assuming you can generate this somnial energy, what's your scheme this time?
You know, of course, that nearly every war is fought over food or natural resources. But what if we could harness somnial energy? What would happen then? Imagine an everlasting source of energy, more powerful and stable than the crystals. If such a thing came to reality, why, there would be no more need for war. Mankind would know a new age of peace, one of harmony and stability undreamt of by any Templar or religious order.
That sounds just peachy, but what exactly do you get out of all this?
The pursuit of knowledge. My curiosity has been aroused. For over a year, I have immersed myself in my studies. The experience has changed me. I am a more thoughtful man than I once was.
This is skirt-chasing old Red I'm talking to, right? Do you have a fever or something?
By the way, what were you two talking about earlier? It seemed awfully serious.
Harnessing somnial energy isn't easy. The biggest challenge is the refining process. We need fresh water and lots of it to keep everything stable. This is a desert nation, though, and water is scarce.
No doubt other realms are more fortunate. But here in Alcampus,
Lately, I've started to lose heart. Mr. DeRosa was trying to lift my spirits.
Oh, look at the time. I'll be late for the lecture on Harina folklore. Care to join me?
Sure, why not?
allow me. It's my treat.
I don't think so. We'll pay our own way, thank you very much. You've got it covered, right you?
Huh? Why me?
Anyway, long story short, to develop this wonder energy, they need water. And lots of it.
And so, in a very real sense, it was the Wellspring Gem that allowed the Harina dynasty to grow and indeed prosper. Further illustrated in the desertification of the continent and the loss of this ancient treasure, spelling the dynasties. Oh, there's the bell. We'll pick up where we left off next time.
I checked the archives and found quite a bit of information. I don't think the Wellspring Gem is just a legend. It's definitely real.
Yeah, we just heard the same thing in the lecture.
I can't eat another slurp. Well, maybe one more bowl. And... make it a large.
Good grief. Anyway, it seems we need to head to the western reaches of the desert. I'll mark the spot on the map.
Harina ruins. The Prime Minister's ancestors. Go west, beyond the oasis, and tell Jackal he needs to know.
Listen, if you want to be a real bandit, you gotta follow the rules. No exceptions.
Right, boss.
Rule number 1, don't steal from anyone weaker than you. Rule number 2, don't steal from anyone poorer than you. Rule number 3, no stealing from people who are crying. Rule number 4, steal people's stuff, but not their dignity. Huh? We'll finish this later. Go on, scram!
Quite the impassioned lecture. Training the next generation?
Well, yeah, that's right. The desert's a tough place. They need to learn how to survive.
Well, look at you, Mr. Nice Guy.
Shut up! What do you know? And why are you here anyway?
We've been researching the Wellspring Gem in our campus, and we found out some things.
You did you?
Yes, like for one, it almost certainly exists. See, all these historical records specifically mention it.
Right. And a lot of them mention that place to the west. You know, where you had your hideout. The something ruins? Do you have any clues?
You're asking me? We cleaned that place out pretty good. I don't, Wait. Oh yeah. Way in the back, we found a tunnel that seemed to lead further in. We looked ready to collapse, and we didn't see nothing good, so we just blocked it off. Not worth the trouble, you know? Look around the big chair in the hideout.
Thieves' Den, big chair. Got it.
What is it, you?
It's just Professor DeRosa and the Jackal. I could swear that I've met them before. I just can't remember when or where.
Are you sure? Both of them?
Maybe you ran into them when you were studying at Al Campus.
I don't know about that. Jackal was busy causing trouble here. And you graduated long before DeRosa joined the faculty.
Right. It's just so strange. Men of such noble spirit should have made a strong impression on me, so why can't I recall them more clearly?
Noble spirit, eh?
Well, yes. The Jackal selflessly helps the people of the desert, protecting them from peril. while DeRosa devotes his life to seeking a new energy source that will bring lasting peace and prosperity. I mean, what could be more noble than that?
You're right, but they did seem a bit rough around the edges. Yeah, and there's a good reason for that. Jackal may be head of desert security now, but back in the day he was the leader of a notorious bandit gang. He attacked innocent people who came to the oasis for water and stripped them of all their money.
What? A bandit leader? But he's barely older than me.
I know, right? But he lived on the streets and had to grow up fast.
What about the guy in red? What's his story? He was even worse. He manipulated the hearts of women to bring down an entire country. I still can't believe that conniving old lech is trying to solve Luxemdark's energy crisis.
Yeah, I know that people can change, but I have a hard time buying the new versions of those two.
Mais je suis impressionnée. You have such interesting friends. But I'm worried there's going to be trouble if they're both seeking the same relic.
Yeah, especially after what you just told us. It reminds me of the hooligans who used to lurk in the back alleys of Alcampus.
Yeah, those two definitely fit the bill.
Right. Just like the crooks I used to chase down in the back alleys of Eternia. Did those hooligans in Alcampus ever hurt you?
Yes, but I always got them back. Or, well, Jan did.
So this is the chair, right? There must be a button or switch or something.
Idia, are you sure it's smart to yank on it like that? It could be a trap.
What about this sword?
It moved.
Look! Steps! See? As soon as I saw it, I thought, I bet it's a sword.
Anyway, shall we go?
this is the Wellspring Gem. If we put it back on the dais...
What do you know? So that's what happened.
Oh, the jackal.
I see. If we put the Wellspring Gem back in its place on the dais, that should do it. It'll start producing water again, filling this chamber, then flowing through the underground channels.
Yes, the oases will grow green again and the wells of Ansheim will be replenished.
Who's there?
Eureka! The Wellspring Gem. The key to producing safe, stable somnial energy. So it was worth it after all, to brave the desert sands and follow you to these ruins. Now, if you'd kindly hand over the gem.
Give you the gem? Are you out of your mind, you red bozo? Don't you get it? The oases are dying. We gotta put the Wellspring Gem back on its dais.
We need do no such thing. I believe I've already explained matters to the Grand Marshal's daughter and her friends, have I not?
No one's explained nothing to me! What the heck is going on?
I fear the details would be beyond your comprehension. Now, run along, won't you? After you give up the gem, of course.
Don't you get it? The people need water! And soon!
Very well then. How about this? Let's have the desert dwellers move. To Florum, for example. There's more than enough water there.
What? That's impossible!
Impossible? I think not, my friend. With somnial energy, everything is possible. Once we've harnessed it, people across the land will have access to riches and resources beyond anything imagined. You and your desert friends could live in the finest mansions in Florum, or anywhere you desire. It would be no exaggeration to say that all the problems of this nation would be solved in one fell swoop. Of course, there is the chance we might blow up an entire city. No risk, no reward, as they say.
Are you flippin' nuts? You're gonna gamble our water on something that dangerous? Why've we gotta suffer for your cockamamie scheme?
For the future of Luxendark, and the future of all mankind.
What if someone were to make a weapon out of this energy? Something that could kill us all?
An astute question from an astute pupil. Worry not, I have already considered that very point. To that end, I would share the knowledge with everyone in the entire world that no nation would dare turn the power against another. A playground spat, a quarrel between neighbors, a war between nations, they are much the same. The greatest harm is always done when one side is much stronger than the other. When the balance of power is preserved, however, no one dares make the first strike. Somnial energy, the energy of our dreams, will usher us into a new era of peace everlasting.
Where'd you come up with that baloney? Wait a minute. You're that Yutz the chairman was talking about. Like heck if I'm gonna hand the gem over to some decrepit con artist. It stays here in the desert, where it belongs.
No, the Wellspring Gem belongs to all humankind. I'll not see it wasted on sand-for-brains wretches clinging to a life they should have abandoned long ago.
Hey, you lot! Don't just stand there. Tell this madman what the deal is. We came here to bring water back to the people who need it most. Right? Come on, tell him!
Idia, as daughter of the Grand Marshal, I know you will not be swayed by crude emotion. You understand that I do what I do for the future of this world. Join me and we will silence the jackal.
Oh, you want a piece of me, old man?
Why, you insolent little...
What should we do?
We have to help the desert folk, right? We can't just let them die of thirst. And yet, this red fellow has a point as well. I know. He's trying to help people too. And what he's saying makes a lot of sense. My master once taught me something similar. He said, conflict is sooner halted by the sight of a bloody sword at your side.
Do we protect the desert oases and fight Red Mage DeRosa?
Or do we fight the bandit Jackal in hopes of harnessing somnial energy?
Our choices are clear, but which is the right one?
What's this? You dare to stand in the way of progress? For heaven's sake, girl, you're as stubborn as your father. But if it's a battle you wish, let's show them a good time. And here I was doing honest work for a change. Oh well, it's been a while since I could let my hair down. Please don't mistake the Red Professor for some fusty old academic. The former captain of the Blood Rose Legion is as virile as ever. Red Mage Fiore DeRosa will take you down for science!
For you.
dared to imagine a better future?
The water's practically gushing out of the ground!
Truly, this oasis is our spring of life.
Where did the jackal run off to anyway? The old man, the boss, the commander is out on a job. A nasty bandit gang showed up in the desert, so he's teaching them a lesson or two. Right. Thanks. The boss said if that shrew and her clowns drop by, give them a glass of cold water and tell them thanks. Oh, did he? Well, whatever. Now that's refreshing. Come on, everyone, bottoms up.
Oh, it's you.
That's one big bowl of soup. Let me guess. They shut down your somnial energy research?
Mr. DeRosa went in search of the Wellspring Gem, but he never came back. For every 5 years our research is delayed, the world suffers a decade of sorrows. Wealth disparity between nations ever growing, the people facing war and starvation, and I can't do anything. I'm helpless.
Listen, there's something I need to tell you. It was us who chased off DeRosa.
You?
You were working for the future of mankind. You wanted to bring lasting peace to the world. It moved me a great deal, you know, when you spoke of your hopes and ideals. But the people in the desert needed that water. I couldn't turn my back on them. I chose to help people in the here and now, rather than gamble on a future that's still just a dream. I couldn't let him have the Wellspring Gem. I'm sorry. I just couldn't.
I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna find a way to harness that energy. I don't know how yet, but I'll figure it out somehow. Then I can help everyone, the desert people included. I will succeed. I will.